Welcome to the Slayer's Keeper, Episode 5. Moses. You may not know this, but I am not the only Moses. My birth father named all of his boys Moses. I've heard from a family member that he got the idea from George Foreman, and I guess George Foreman named all of his boys George. I don't really know, but I do have one of my earliest memories of being in the classroom, maybe about 7, and the teacher, would have all of the students in the classroom in the morning for attendance to make sure that they were there. And the ritual was, when I call your name, stand up and say that you're here to show your presence. So, I remember being really happy about being in school. It was so cool because I had my school supplies and was ready to meet other kids that was around my age, so I thought. And once the teacher called my name and I stood up and I said, present, then I heard the kids laughing. And I'm thinking like, oh, they're laughing at my name? And then I seen a guy, well, it was a little boy, 2 seats down from me. He had put his hand over his mouth. He said, what type of girl name is Moses? They gave you a boy name. And I thought, like, oh, do you think I'm a girl? And this is before puberty and everything. You just do what you're told. I'm in the skin I'm in. I'm in the body I'm in. But even since, at a very early age, they always confused me. Even kids that was around my own age, my peers. Since that early, I was dealing with people seeing something else than I guess I was. Before I really even knew. When you're that young, you're just trying to do what your parents tell you, survive, and not get in trouble. And of course, 2 days later, I guess the teacher wound up telling my father, who picked me up, and he was saying, cut, maybe you should cut my hair because the students in the class think I'm a girl. So my father, being king asshole, decides to pull down my pants in front of the classroom to show that no, this is my son, not my daughter. And that part is, hopefully my brain is blocking it out, but I do remember something like that, which was crazy. Now, in 2001, I did have a sister who was born named Moses A1 Star, and she only lived 2 weeks and died. I believe it was of a blood disorder or something, but yeah. So my other brother, Moses, who's older, the oldest Moses, I remember my father telling everybody, even when I went to go visit my cousins in Flint, he's just like, oh, yeah, this is my gay son, he's gay, you want to be gay, and just made this big thing. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, and think around those times, the laughter, the mocking that comes along with it. Now, I'm about 15, at this time, or 14. No, this had to be earlier, maybe 13, 14, around that time. And I remember riding with him to go to his house, and I waited in the car while he was going, and he needed to go drop something off to my older brother Moses. So then I'm in the car waiting. Imagine too, oh God, I was on edge around that time. Just thinking about, okay, so gotta watch out. Who's trying to kill me? Who don't want me to be here? And it's probably better to get rid of me than to be related to someone who is gay. And I remember my older brother Moses coming out to the car walking towards me. So I remember taking off my seatbelt because I'm like, oh, here we go. He about to try to fight me. So I'm about to fight back. And took off my seatbelt, so when he got in the car, I'm expecting him to hit me. And he said, yeah, Pops just told me, about, and I just want you to know that I love you. And I'll never stop loving you. And my brother is a thug. He loves women. He is really masculine. He's a rapper. He is, what's the technical right word to describe him? Street cred, Kevin Gates, like that type of man. And he showed me love when everybody turned their back on me. I didn't see that coming. It made me see my brother in a different vehicle than not put him with everybody who was against me. He showed me compassion. And I needed that. I remember needing it. I was so on edge. Everybody was against me. I remember ready to fight my brother, and I was going to hit him because I knew him. He was going to, or I thought I did. I thought he was going to swing on me and try to fight me, but he just gave me a hug and told me he loved me no matter what. Just the little things like that always stick with you, that you never forget. And I seen him a couple years ago, and my other brother, nicknamed Michi, and we had a good time together. But I remember all of the talk you hear, all of the rumors, all of the lies, all of the fear was just getting to people. And it kind of affected me growing up. And I decided to stay in my lane and stay in my place because a lot of people already have they have a predisposition when it comes to their beliefs and who's right and who's wrong and what they believe in, and there's no room for no gray area. So if you're gay, you must be a groomer, or you must like to molest children and all of this other shit. I mean, we gotta go back to the 90s and the early 2000s, and people were getting beat up, shot, threatened, stabbed at gas stations, and clubs shot up. Like, I done seen a lot of crazy shit that taught me how to survive. I had to fit in. I had to become like an investigator. I had to know how to predict people's behaviors, to read their thoughts, their emotions, their energy before I would even come around. Can you imagine the saddest part now is that I have nieces and nephews that I remember actually I have met, but to not have a strong relationship with them because the look that you give, and usually from the mothers. I'll come in nice and want to see my niece and my nephew. Then You know, it's the way that my brother's girlfriend will look at me, and her views on gay people. She didn't even call them gay, she just called them faggots. And you heard blood is stronger than water, but I didn't have my brother to ignore that. You had to be awoke and aware of your surroundings and your family and like all of that type of stupid shit. Like there will be nobody that will keep me and my kid away from seeing their uncle, auntie, or anything. I will bring them to my sister or my brother to show that I trust you and this is a part of me, you know. Then it's like maybe they didn't to, you know, because they just figure I'll just raise my own kid, and maybe their fear about, well, if I let you hang out with your uncle or auntie, then, you know, I'm sure that once they grow up and something was wrong with them, I'll be to blame. As to talk about when shit gets dark. That is dark and it's fucked up. And with all of the siblings that I have, my sister, Tiffany, or my niece, Madison, I've been there for her since she was born. And she knows that there's nothing further from the truth. I love my nieces and my nephews. And it's just stupid shit. And before you get off and to start judging me, thinking like, oh, maybe it's just you're just thinking that way. No, in 2003, I was babysitting my nephew, which his name is Andrew, nickname Android. He's about 4 years old, and he's turning 5 this January. But my other sister, boyfriend, you know, I'm just walking home, minding my own business. I usually get my nephew when my sister has to work or when I want to spend time with him. We play the video games and I teach him martial arts, stuff like that. And they get into it. He comes to me and says, "Oh, you need to stop getting him at night because your sister's saying, why do I have to get him when I want to get him is to go to sleep or something." And like, what are you trying to say? It's like you understand what he was trying to say, make it sound like I'm a pedophile and I'm molesting my own fucking nephew. It's just disgusting. Like, and then that was so okay for my sister to just not even fix that situation before it got out of control. You let somebody say that about your brother, like, or your sister, or your sibling. You let somebody think that fucked up thought like that. Like, this was just this year, and people wonder why I spend time by myself and stay in my own lane. It's because I don't have time for the bullshit. Because what I wanted to do was just grab out a knife and cut his fucking throat. That's what the fuck I wanted to do when he said that dumb shit. But I turned the cheek. I take the higher road. I'm above it. I'm above the bullshit. So if that's who you want to be a family and the direction you want to go in, then that's on you. And this don't have anything to do with none of my nieces, none of my nephews that I haven't even met because of society. I'm the Slayer. Born different, born wrong, probably power rooted in darkness, and what type of angel can have prophecy dreams? And no, you having premonitions, that's the sign of the devil. All of this shit I used to hear going to church and going in there and they say, oh, and all these gay people, you're going to hell. The word of faith, that was the fucking church I went to when I went through my whole decade through my teenage years studying theology and religion and saying there's nothing wrong with me. And you can be gay without having sex. You can be gay and being attracted. You are attracted to what you just attracted to. But why should you supposed to love someone and would judge them and decide to isolate from them so you could fit in? You're a bitch. You're not even a full human being if you are concerned what society's norms are, because socially shit just changes, and eventually people woke the fuck up after them thinking it was only a rare instance and something had to happen to make that person gay, or what happened to you, who raped you, who blah blah blah. Ain't none of that fucking shit happened. You been knew how the fuck I was gonna be, and that's because they sensing a feminine energy. Since I've been little, they know that I was a fucking girl. I didn't play basketball. I didn't do none of that fucking shit. And now you don't understand how somebody could be born in a wrong body. It's so fucking easy how you can be born in the wrong fucking body. Like, to be judged this fucking way, and to have friends not want to hang out with you because of you're different or anything, I don't give a fuck. They can all fucking die and fucking crash into an airplane, and then I hope that airplane is over the motherfucking river where they fucking can drown and then get eaten by a big fucking shark, and then fucking is eradicated to just dust. Fucking morons. And that's why my job being on this earth is to save people. I've always been like that. I always looked at both sides of the situation. I always analyzed shit with taking my feet out the situation and putting my feet into someone else's shoe to walk in a mile in their fucking shoes. And I'm a survivor, baby. I'm a fighter. And I'm the fucking slayer. So any of you sons of bitches, they got a fucking problem with me, pull the fuck up. I don't give a fuck anymore. And matter of fact, I'm not even socializing with your motherfucking ass. You will not ever get that piece of me, that part of me again. Because, like I said, I elevated and evolved beyond bullshit. I'm above it. I'm chilling in my motherfucking bathwater with my crystals and shit, elevating, trying to outdo myself. I don't got time to be dealing with no basic ass bitch who don't know the real from the fake. I ain't got time for that motherfucking shit. I'm over it now. Like I said, being the slayer, and you know, yeah, okay, they say, oh, that's a demon thing, you being gay, and you know, that's just, you know, change your life. That's like telling somebody to change the color of their fucking skin. And now, thankfully, because a new era started, because of Barack Obama, like, that's what you do when you wield power. You bring everybody together. You unite people. Not point out the things that separates us. He's a motherfucking straight man with a wife with kids, and he told the whole world the fucking truth. You do not choose who you are attracted to, and you are not choosing to be gay. Do you know how many fucking days I wish I woke up and there was a fucking pill I can take? Because I would take that bitch to be normal. So, yeah. So, Moses that, motherfucker. And now, but my brother, I never got a chance to thank you for loving me when no one else did. Who had honor, and maybe because he was a Cancer, and I'm a Scorpio, and we fuck water signs. Like, anybody who really knew me, no, I'm not trying to hurt anybody, but just think about what you say when you go out into the world and you see anybody that's different. When I see anybody being bullied or anything, I stand up for that person because I'm with the shit. That's just what it is. I don't judge no motherfucking body if you ain't been there or walking around in their motherfucking shoes. How could you? But y'all do. Y'all do that dumb shit. And it's not fucking okay at all. It's bad enough we got the fucking world against us and thinking we're fucking spawns of Satan. But to have people that's your family and friends who's supposed to love you no matter what, would just believe lies and rumors and just stupid shit that I shouldn't even have to dignify with a response or answers. It's pathetic. And yeah, so fun. I'm not the only Moses. And refer to me to those who must be kept. Because I'm on some elevating shit. And I'm more than a name. I am more than what you think that I am. I am something that the history books have the nerve not to mention. Just refer to me to those who must be kept. I'm not going anywhere. I'm evolving, I'm elevating, I'm in a rebirthing process, and I am reinventing myself. And trust and believe, when I come out, I'm taking heads off. I'm either you hop on course or get the fuck off my tracks, because I am not turning back. This is me, and I'm telling the truth, which I've always was, but this is a new fucking day. I don't have time for so-called fake friends who want to hang out with me sometimes, then don't, then do, then don't. Bitch, grow the fuck up. I ain't got time for that motherfucking shit. I'm trying to boss the fuck up, get my coin, elevate, make sure my family is good, and make sure I change the world. I do, and that is how I've always been since I was younger. Yes, I believe in a higher power. I believe that there is plentiful, many gods who are responsible for us being here in this universe. This universe, there are laws, there are molecules and atoms, and everything is energy. It cannot be created or destroyed. That is me. I will always be here, and I will always stand up for the voiceless, to give them let their voices be heard. I stand with you. I am not against you. I am for about everything of true love. And people like me need to protect themselves with putting layers of protection in your shield crystals around you, to make sure that me being a Scorpio, I can easily pick up on somebody's energy and it can affect me. So I have to protect my energy field and make sure I keep negative bullshit out, because the world is that enough. I am determined and I'm resilient when to come to me and my imprint, my footprints in the sand, to save and change this world. And that's what I will do. And I have been doing that. And this is my time. I am preparing to use my voice and to create something of movement to save, improve, and inspire a generation to become better, to live up to their truest potential in being who they are. And we all have a backstory and on our rise to fame. That is true. But there ain't no motherfucking body like me. I'ma let that shit be known now. And all of the good that I did, I have never asked you sons of bitches for any fucking thing. But to be loyal, honest, and fucking evolve. That is it. If you're doing that, you are good in my book. Like I said, spend your time when you wake up figuring out, well, everybody's not like me. Sometimes a lot of you motherfuckers could become self-involved. I'm above it. I wake up every day despite what I have going on and the shit that I gotta go through. I wake up, how could I make this world a better place? And whose life could I make better today? Even if it's something small. That is the core essence of me, as in my personality, my character. It's who I've always been. And call it taboo, call it whatever. This ain't clickbait, motherfucker. This is real motherfucking life. This is me sharing from the depths of my soul stories about me and everything that I've been through, to share my failures along with my successes, and just being to overcome humanity, as in just being a regular human. We are in a superhuman state where this is the time to unleash your hidden powers within, to aspire to a greater you. And that's what I'm doing. If people that I associate or you associate with that are not trying to evolve, what the fuck you hanging out with them for? So they can bring you the fuck down and keep you stuck? Not me, motherfucker. Life is already tough enough, but you need motherfuckers like me to set shit straight, to tell the truth. And I don't give a fuck about your opinion. You can fuck all the way off. You either with me or you against me. And if you ain't with me, the fuck? Bye. I don't give a fuck. I already been through so much fucking loss that you niggas wouldn't even be able to comprehend how much loss I've been through. I am still standing here this day. I dodged a lot of motherfucking bullets. I done fought my way through adversity. I have overcame and did the impossible when motherfuckers thought that it couldn't have been done. And this year, I'm going out with a bang. So, Slayer's Keeper to my Slayerette, we are forever. We are the Slayers who is going to fix and put this world on a right course and where it needs to be on this evolutionary course. Get on track. Be yourself. Be resilient. And you being you, if you haven't found that special person, trust me, once you become and walk into your uniqueness, your soulmate will appear. And sometimes when shit ain't going right, things is just wrong. It's because you got the wrong motherfucking energy around you. You clear that shit up, and you walk into your greatness. You start discovering your real power. And what was lies you were told when you were younger, now you're discovering it was all a fucking lie to keep our country in line, in control, using fear as a weapon. I don't fear shit. I don't fear nobody. I used to. I don't. This is what you call a slayer. This is power. I will go up against 20 motherfuckers at once. I don't give a fuck. This is the fucking Slayer. And I'm here to slay these motherfucking evil ass, hating as nothing better to do, crying as wannabe fucking, I'm so religious. God wouldn't want that. And like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Like, go open up a medical book and find out everything that once you dig a little deeper, you find out the shit you were told was a fucking lie. It was all a fucking lie. rules to keep you in control. And I am glad I'm a Scorpio. I am glad I'm above it. I'm glad there was a time I wasn't. I was constantly studying theology and trying to figure out the purpose and the reason for me being here. And had my own fucking sister tell me, oh, you know you're going to hell, right? At 12 fucking years old. Who want to hear that? And can you imagine how much I hated myself? I used to put on church music and keep everything dark, hide in a closet, scratching my own face off because I hated myself, because if I felt like I was born wrong and it was something I did, and God hated me. My father even told me, you worshiping this God who don't even approve of your lifestyle. So what's that all about? How are you going to support God? I guess he thought that would just change something that was natural, you know? Like, y'all motherfuckers wouldn't be able to survive 2 weeks in my world. Sorry, you just wouldn't. And this Slayer shit is real. Because I am constantly, no matter what, despite what I've been through and the obstacles I had to overcome, how much and lonely it could be me to walk alone, to search and to walk in my uniqueness and my greatness, not having the support system. Like, do you know how hard that is? Y'all take so much fucking shit for granted. Like somebody owe y'all something, and you know y'all privileged, and y'all look down in your eyes upon the other one that's different. They got more sense than probably 20 of y'all put to fucking together, and that's just real shit. I'm tired of it. I ain't got time to deal with no. And that DL shit, it's gotta go. Like, that shit probably was cute when I was younger. That shit ain't. If you are not man enough to admit who the fuck you love, you a bitch. That's just how simple that is, bro. It is fear. It is fear from what people think, what they say. Well, you know, my sister, you know, she probably say this. Like, I got stories for motherfucking days, but that ain't this and this ain't that. That ain't my motherfucking point in making this episode. The point is, boss the fuck up. How you gonna be a man and you not proud of how strong your woman is or your man is? What happened to unity? And this is my better half. You know, some people lack what other people make up for. So this ain't no a slander campaign and me trying to slander men who haven't realized their power, or the woman who haven't realized her uniqueness and her power and her greatness. But once you quiet down all of the fucking noise, you spend 30 motherfucking days alone. Now, y'all probably can't even do it. Spend a week motherfucking alone. Educating yourself. Every day, I am in the search for knowledge. Like, my brain, I have to learn something new every fucking day. Every day. If I'm not learning and evolving and solving equations, I don't feel complete. I just don't. And that's not an every person thing. Okay, to each his own. But this is what you must do. Learn the 12 universal laws. Learn the one of the greatest laws, the laws of attraction. Learn how to manifest shit. Learn how to meditate. Learn how to quiet your mind down with peace. And learn to love yourself for who you are. Even when nobody does. When nobody didn't. And I promise you, the universe will open up to you, and it will only surround you with people who appreciate you, who love you, who see you as, you know, some ethereal being who is there to bring more peace and to bring you joy and to put you in a better place in your life. And you see it as a blessing and not what you expected it to be. But it's what you've been asking for, what you've been talking to God about, what you've been putting out to the universe, and then when it comes to you, then you don't know how to accept it or take it or appreciate it. Because then once you don't, it's going to be swept and taken right back from you. And then it's going to take a little bit longer for you to get that gift that you didn't appreciate, that's now left you because you weren't evolved enough to appreciate it. You know? And it ain't even Scorpio season yet, but it's coming. And I feel it. And I must say it, I've never even met anybody. That's not true. I met a couple people like me. Real shit. I have. I mean, we are a little different, but our beliefs, our ideas is what unite us. And listening. Like, you got 2 fucking ears. You are supposed to be a real scholar, receives much more information and observe and pay attention to shit than they do talking. That's what you got 2 ears for, and that's what you got 1 mouth for. You're supposed to listen way more than you talk. Half of y'all talking so motherfucking much, you can't even hear somebody saying a crowded fire in a fucking room, and they right in front of your fucking face with the flame. Because y'all talking so motherfucking much, thinking y'all know everything. Sit the fuck back, listen, and try to just be. Pay attention. And I always believed, through silence, all answers will be revealed to you. Through silence. That third eye, that once your chakras are in alignment, and that breathery voice comes to you, aspirating, you hear it in the back of your thought, telling you to move and get up, or what to do. It's in you. You just have to be quiet enough to where you can hear it. And you know, I got plenty of reasons I could be sad and sit here and say life is unfair and why me, and no, I know and maybe I wasn't always like this, you know, but it's like you are a work in progress. Eventually, throughout the year, you should have some type of progress report and what the fuck your year was like, and shit you want to change, and things you want to do different, and how you want the new year to come in. And now that you're at this age, things you might want to try or do differently than you did in the previous year. Like a New Year's resolution. Like going to this new year in 2024, you know, making somebody's else day better. Like changing the world. Not setting your eyes on doing it, but start small. Like use your energy and bless the world that you are in with climate change. Don't try to pollute. Try to appreciate the things that you do have and keep it up and maintain, and you'll receive way more once you show you are grateful and you appreciate and you express gratitude. It is really that simple. And it's not usually when you are surrounded by 5 people, 6, you always going out, you know, you always maybe on social media, it's like, I am about to change the world. I am about to walk in my creativeness and my artistry, and this is time. And there are so many things that I gotta show you. I want to show the world. And yes, even though I am elevated, I'm evolved, I'm above dumb shit. True. But I'm going to always knew I could change the world through my vision, and I have been working so hard, and my writing and learning and my increase of knowledge is mind-blowing. It affected the way I write, the way I rap, the way I sing, the way I produce anything when it comes to my creative director side. And as I stated, remember in 2001 when Aaliyah had passed, and despite all of the good shit that she had did and she made a name for herself, she was at her passing, she was in the height of her career, but she was an overkill. You know, she just did her. But that last year, it was like a flower that was growing, that was going to be the biggest beanstalk that there ever was. I got that energy. And through music videos, through acting, through my talent as an artist, as a superhuman, as the Slayer, I got a surprise that is on its way. And all I gotta say is, you bitches put on your seatbelt and get ready for this ride, because this is what you call talent. This is what you've been waiting for. Until next time. Are you ready?